See it played Death Ride Salerno by the village of Persano by the Salerno River. Okay, so I'm playing real casually here, but as far as what to do next, still the American operations phase. Looks like the Americans are getting a bit more luck on this side of the area of operations here. So now I'm thinking that instead of the Americans advancing on a broad front, they're actually going to swing over here and try to pile on the German right here. So we have our overwatch positions, which are actually quite powerful under the right circumstances. By the way, I mounted up these engineers just without paying much attention. I deployed them on this side, which is their dismounted side. Clearly they should have been mounted up for operations, so and I helped myself there. See what else. Oh, here's another thing, and something to really remember. So this, what is it? Heavy weapons. Yeah, heavy weapons platoon here. It's at S1. It has one level of suppression. Again, to remember with this game, they can still move. As a matter of fact, I will show you exactly. Well, if you ever need a quick reminder, there is actually a nice little play aid here, right here. Nice little play aid that summarizes everything graphically, right? So Death Ride Salerno suppression examples. So we have so you need to figure out soft target or medium target. Again, I've mentioned this numerous times before, but these are soft targets because their defense value, the 28, has nothing behind it. The defense values over here, the 18, 18, 18, 18, have that orange dot behind it, which is a reminder that it's a medium target. But here we have the heavy weapons platoon, and it is a soft target. It has one level of suppression, and so, yep, you'll see that let's see how, so how'd they do that? Okay, let me see if there's rounding or not. Okay, that is one little piece I had forgotten. I forgot to drop all the fractions, basically. So drop all the fractions. So in this example, ranges are the same. Yeah, it's up here. Looks like they kept the fractions. So maybe there are... It's the wording. It's the wording. So I see what they do. I think it's the wording, so I think it's with the movement allowance, or movement allowance. You drop one more time. I guess again, it's wording here, how you parse this sentence. For each level of suppression, that a soft target has, it loses 20% of its combat strength for attack and movement abilities. Defense strength is increased. Its combat strength for attack and movement abilities. Well, let me check these examples myself. Okay, that's what I meant to say. The wording in the rules is a little confusing, just because it could be interpreted different ways according to, I guess, sentence structure, maybe punctuation too. But no, it's you're taking a fraction for the combat abilities, but you're rounding down on the movement allowance. Okay, so in our example here, for example, the heavy weapons platoon there has a movement allowance of 6, so it has 1 level of suppression. It's a soft target, so it has lost 20% of its movement capability round down, or in other words, it has 80% remaining. So 6 times 0.8 equals 4.8. Drop the fraction to 4. Okay. Okay, so that's how you do. But and the other thing is they cannot move within 5 hexes of an enemy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they are actually going to move 1 forward. And in the process, they also draw, what do you call it, opportunity fire from, well, they're only moving 1 hex, so I don't need to go through the whole, but only 1 unit stack. Oops. Okay, so for this unit movements, unit stack movement, 1 German unit stack for this hex can conduct opportunity fire. It's going to be one of those heavy weapons. Yeah, it's going to be one of those heavy weapons platoons. This one, or this one. Like I said, I'm only moving at 1 hex. It doesn't really matter to go through the details. This is also going to be, and again, this is now the defense strength of. So the defense strength is 9 plus the level of suppression, so it's 10. It's still, I think it's 3. So I'll see if they get any effects here. I think it's on the lowest column, in which case they would need to get a 10. Yeah, it's on the lowest column. They rolled a 6, no effect. They needed to get a 10 because of that -3 for opportunity fire. So now they're not going to move anymore. They can't move here because that's within 5 hexes of those enemy units there. Oops, I'm off the screen a lot today. Okay, back here now is underneath this weapons platoon is this infantry company. Oh, no, they should not move mounted so close to the enemy. So what I'm going to do is move them around, or maybe they could go, actually they'll go up over the hill if it's not too much, but the company here is going to start to pull this way, and they are going to take opportunity fire from those German weapons platoons again, but that'll definitely be on the, so they'll have to roll a 10 to get an S1. So just to use this as an example, so the infantry platoon went up, which is +1 for foot going up in elevation, 2 for the hill hex, so that's 3, and then 4. They're not going to shoot opportunity fire up the hill, up the elevation because of the penalty for that, but then they come down for 4. So here at 4 in that hex, they take opportunity fire from this unit. They did not get a 10. They move a second hex. They take opportunity fire from this platoon. They did not get a 10. And then finally, one more hex. That's 6 movement points, full movement allowance. They take opportunity fire from that German unit stack, and they rolled a 1 for no result. So the infantry platoon took 3 opportunity fire attacks in each of these 3 hexes from a different German unit stack. And now they have moved full. I took the mounted up engineers from here, drove them along the road for 3 movement points each along the secondary road there. In this hex, they took opportunity fire from the German weapons platoon there, but they rolled a 3, -3 for opportunity fire is 0, no effect. But then I chose to, because they have 1/2 of their movement, because they have 1/2 of their movement allowance remaining on the mounted up side, they went ahead and dismounted. They're not going to push their luck anymore. So they're there, and that would be, I guess that would be, that would be moved full in a sense. I want to verify. I don't think unloaded passengers can move after they've unloaded. Yeah, unloaded passengers cannot move, but they can fire though. Okay, so I think that's, well, we'll still push our suppressed platoon forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can't move any closer than, or from this hex closer, so they can move 1 hex forward. They'll move 1 hex, and then they take 1 opportunity fire attack. Wow, so close. Rolled a 9, but still needed a 10. Still needed a 10, so they would, I guess they would be moved half, but they're still not moving any closer. I guess that's all the movement for the Americans. I'm going to leave the anti-tank unit there for now. Yeah, I'll leave them. They do have a mounted side. I'll leave them dismounted for now. They are more defensive that way. I guess that's all for the American operations phase.